The Lakers had LeBron James and Anthony Davis available for the second game of a back-to-back, but the Pelicans had a plucky group of hungry, lesser-known players trying to complete a superb weekend in the Smoothie King Center. James ultimately made the two biggest shots of Saturday's matchup, consecutive three-pointers in the final minutes to turn a two-point deficit into a 101-97 lead. The Pelicans had a chance to tie and force overtime down 3 points with 1.3 seconds to go, but turned the ball over on a bad inbound pass to an on-the-move Brandon Ingram. Continuing to battle without a handful of key players due to injury, New Orleans beat Denver the previous night, holding the Nuggets to 94 points. We're extremely proud of the effort, the competitiveness that our group approaches the game with every night, head coach Willie Green said of his players. They're playing together. They're out-competing, outworking opponents. Even when we come up short, there are a lot of positives and improvements from where we were. If we play like that, we're going to win way more games than we lose. Ingram showcase. The Pelicans are leaning heavily on Ingram with so many of his fellow major contributors sidelined by injury. On Saturday, he again came through in a big way, working hard for his 32 points on 11-23 shooting and continuing a multi-year trend of producing offense against a Lakers franchise that traded him in 2019 to the Crescent City. As the primary target of opposing defenses, very little is coming easily for Ingram, but he's shooting over shorter opponents and sinking timely pull-up three-point shots, 3 of 5. He was also aggressive, 7 of 9 from the foul line, and handed out 8 assists, but New Orleans still is struggling to be efficient offensively as a team, 42% from the field versus the Lakers. Hustle game. New Orleans needed a lot to go well Saturday in order to pull off an upset under the circumstances, but helped itself tremendously by out-hustling the Lakers throughout the first half. The hosts built a 56-46 lead partly by being faster to loose balls and most long rebounds, before Los Angeles quickly got back into it with a 29-15 third quarter. New Orleans only mustered 43 second-half points, unable to generate enough consistent offense to overcome the second-half momentum shift. 8-man rotation. It's not often you see an NBA team only use 8 players in a game. It's even rarer that it happens on the second night of a back-to-back. With only 10 players in uniform, the Pelicans went to a 3-man bench, trying to shuffle guys in and out to keep them as fresh as possible, after Friday's win over Denver wasn't decided until the final minutes. Jalen Nowell logged 35 minutes as a reserve, contributing some of his best minutes since signing in season. Nowell scored 16 points to go with 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Two-way contract players Trey Jemison and Jamal Cain combined for 14 points and 10 rebounds.